Good morning, this is Albert from Rainwater Systems. Today we have a regular drainage job that does not require sump pumps because it's got a big slope in the front. I got my dump truck here. This is a fantastic little work tool. Typically are going to remove all the clay from the ground, and we'll do a walkthrough of this job. So when French drains are done by the book, you don't mix downspout lines with French drains. And if you're dealing with a customer who's done a lot of research, they know this. And so if you're talking about a drainage plan and you're saying, yeah, we're just going to run all this together, they kind of know that you don't necessarily know what you're doing or are not doing things by the book. But when you're doing it by the book, it's more expensive. There's more dirt that gets removed. There's double the amount of pipe. So this basin's for the downspout. This is the French drain. French drain has a sock around it. It's 4 inches. It's got holes at the bottom. The downspout drain's 3-inch solid pipe. Had to cut the sidewalk. And tons of rocks, giant rocks. You never know what you're going to hit. So as we go with slope, if the general layout of the yard kind of works, then the pipe will sort of look at the same depth, but each section is laid with slope. You know, we use a level as each section is put in, male to female. Then a strip of gravel, layer of gravel goes in. We'll put another layer of soil separator fabric. And at the point where the slope ends, there's slope on that side of the house and there's slope on this side of the house. And from this corner forward, the water is just being transported out front. So at this point, the downspout lines and the French drains can combine into a single line that will go out, connecting the downspouts. And when you have a serviceable system, these are clean out basins. You never run the downspout straight into the pipe. You then drop it onto a grate. But these 6-inch basins, we put a lot of those in there because the customers generally think of those as the drains, but really they're just clean out points. So this will all route to the front. So it's French drain along the back and the side of the yard that has the slope pointing towards the house. And then solid transport pipe, meaning we're just conveying the water out to the front. And on these, a note about these clean out basins is they have a low point in the bottom. So the idea is the debris will catch in there. If you clean that out, then your drains should last literally indefinitely, you know, until an earthquake breaks it or whatever. So, trade secret, get rid of all the dirt, only put back in gravel. And then jobs with trees like this, these are actually harder to dig through than concrete, which sounds crazy, but as you can see, the anatomy of this soil, you got large rocks and giant tree roots. And so the way to end this drain, it'll come through, and then we basically will dig this into the ground, and then there'll be an overflow that we will cut into this where when the whole system is full, water will actually trickle down the slope. And even though there's kind of some gravel washout, this is kind of the way they want you to do things now. The old practice of running these drainages to the curb cores is not allowed anymore. You can't get permits to do this anymore. And basically what they figured out is if the water goes from your roof to the hardscape to the ocean, that's where you're taking all the pollutants and everything with it. So this is a typical job for us. And what was not typical about this is the homeowners asked us to put separate lines for the downspouts in the ground. Normally I have to try to sell people that. I'm the only contractor that's saying this is the right way to do it. So I love it when customers have done their research and they know exactly what the drain should look like. Makes it easy for me to sell it because that's how we do it.